Hello friends, welcome to e-learning platform of Dr. Bapuji Salanki Institute of Engineering and Technologies Mechanical Engineering Department. So in this session we will continue with our unit number 6, that is selection of anti-friction bearings and gears. Previous sessions we have completed our anti-friction bearings or total types of bearings, and in this session we will be discussing about the gears. So in syllabus we have only spur gear. So spur gears are straight tooth gears with the teeth parallel to the axis of the shaft. So in figure you can see the two arrangement of gears. This is the first arrangement and this is the second arrangement. So here you can see the teeths. These are the teeths of the gear. So these teeths are parallel to the axis of the shaft. So such type of arrangement is done for the spur gears. So in this figure, here are two gears are shown. This spur gear is with external meshing and this spur gear is with internal meshing. The contact between the two meshing teeth is along a line whose length is equal to the entire length of the teeth. This result in sudden application of the load, high impact stresses and excessive noise at high speeds. Therefore, spur gears can be used at lower speed applications. So whenever we need the applications or for low speed applications with maximum torque, we use spur gears. So it is externally meshed spur gear and it is internally meshed spur gears. In internal meshing, the two shafts rotate in same direction. So in this case, the internal shaft, these two shafts or these two gears are rotating in same direction, whereas in this type, that is external meshing, the two gears are rotating in opposite direction. Advantages of spur gears: it is positive drive and the velocity ratio remains constant. The center distance between the shafts is relatively small, which results in compact construction. It can transmit very large power or torque. The efficiency of gear drives is very high. A provision can be made in gearbox for gear shifting, thus changing the velocity ratio over a wide range is possible. Disadvantages: gear drives are costly and their maintenance cost is also higher. The manufacturing processes for gears are complicated and highly specialized. Gear drives require careful attention for lubrication and cleanliness. The error in cutting teeth may cause vibrations and noise during the operation. So these are some advantages and disadvantages of the gears. Gear materials. So for the manufacturing of the gears, the following few materials are used. In that, first is cast iron. So cast iron gears can be used for light loads. Hardened and tempered steels as well as cast hardened steels can be used for heavy duty applications. Bronze, aluminium and zinc alloy gears can be used for worm wheels. Non-metallic gears like nylon can be also used for noiseless operations. Design considerations of gear drive. So when we have to design a specific gear, the following considerations or following points to be considered while designing the gear. In that, first is power to be transmitted. So the capacity of the gear, power transmitting of the gear should be high so that it can be used for wide range of applications. The velocity ratio or speed of gear drive, that is it should provide the constant velocity or speed ratio. The center distance between the two shafts. So to have the maximum amount of power, we need the center distance between the two shafts should be minimum. Input speed of the driving gear. So that input speed should be high. Wear characteristics of the gear tooth for a long satisfactory life. So for a better performance of the gear, it should not wear for a long period of time. The use of space and material should be economical, high efficiency and speed ratio, and last is important, that is the cost. So the cost of the gear should be as low as possible. Next is the modes of gear tooth failure. So in that, first is the bending failure. So figure shows the bending failure of the gear. So gear's tooth behave like a cantilever beam subjected to repetitive bending stress. Due to that repetitive bending stresses, the tooth may crack, due to which failure of the gear may occur. So such type of failure can be avoided by using the module and face width of the gear is adjusted so that the beam strength is greater than the dynamic load. Second is pitting. So pitting is a surface fatigue failure. So here you can see the pitting failure. So it is the surface fatigue failure due to repetitive constant stresses. So pitting starts when total load acting on the gear tooth exceeds the wear strength of the gear. So in order to avoid the pitting, the dynamic load between the gear tooth should be less than the wear strength of the gear. Next is scoring. So it is actually a lubrication failure. Inadequate lubrication along with high tooth load and poor surface finish results in breakdown of oil film and causes the metal to metal contact. So this type of failure can be avoided by properly designing the parameters such as speed, pressure, proper flow of lubricant, so that the temperature at the rubbing faces is within the permissible limits. Abrasive wear. It is a surface damage caused by particles trapped in between the mating teeth surfaces. This type of failure can be avoided by providing filters for the lubricating oil or by using high viscosity lubricant oil, which enables the formation of thicker film oil and hence permits easy passage of such particles without damaging the gear surface. And last one is the corrosive wear. So corrosive wear is due to the chemical action by improper lubricant, or sometimes it may be due to surrounding atmosphere which may be corrosive nature. In order to avoid this type of wear, proper anti-corrosive additives should be used. Okay, so these are some modes of failure of gear tooth. Lewis equation. So the Lewis derived an equation for determining the appropriate stress in gear tooth by considering it as a cantilever beam of uniform strength. So he provided one equation which can be shown or mentioned here. In this equation, Wt is equal to tangential load acting on at the tooth, sigma b bending stress, small b width of the gear, and small m module y Lewis form factor. So this is all about the spur gear. For further queries or for any difficulty, you can contact me on this number. Thank you.